democracy allows for fair hearing. This is reckless. This is ungodly.
When news break, we engage experts in critical analysis.
Do you see your party coming into power come 2019?
This administration will succeed and succeed well.
You cannot be running a 4-year tenure like you are running a 20-year tenure.
He has done fairly well, especially where insurgency and terrorism is concerned.
Then it gets controversial.
They have a right to their opinion.
Can we, very interesting gentlemen, just hold on.
I am about principle and I am about fortune.
Now, you see, let me
say this.
So that our soldiers will be free. We should also ask for justification.
Core Digest, your #1 program for current issues.
Welcome back on the program. Still on the Ekiti governorship election outcome. Indeed, many matters are rising here. We've seen reactions coming from different quarters trying to challenge this particular election. As some are trying to challenge the election, others are coming to give kudos to the Independent and National Electoral Commission for a successful conduct of that particular election. My guest are still very much here with me in the studio. Public Affairs Analyst Rex Kennedy Sotlow. And thanks for staying tuned.
Thank you very much.
Murphy Abadani, social commentator. And thanks for staying tuned.
It's my pleasure.
Let me let you speak. And now, Sotlow, what do you make of the outcome of the Ekiti governorship election?
Personally, based on information someone is gathering, like I told somebody, we belong to a platform which this issue result is discussed this. For me, if some of the things that were being posted or being said concerning the governor that is being harassed and they were use of security forces and military forces and a lot of these things, I don't know what to say honestly concerning fairness and the election, because my younger brother is in that place and I know he was in Niger State before he now came to Ekiti, so it's like a grassroots thing. At least I do ask him personally, and then from other people, we have some of our members of our NGO that are on ground. And I believe that if a government wants to make something very fair, there should not be any sort of harassment in any form. There shouldn't be any sort of harassment. Let people freely go. There should not be federal might intimidation.
Are you saying that the police deployed to Ekiti State was to harass electorate?
Well, you see,
were they to harass electorate?
They were not to harass electorate. They were not to harass any person. They were there to maintain law and order. But howbeit, we will hear from various versions. The opposition will say their own. Then the people that are contesting and the people in government will say their own. And then the INEC and other bodies that are supposed to be neutral will also say their own. It is from here we have to sift in between the lines and read in between the lines. Who is actually saying the truth? Or what are the connecting link between some of these things that these people are saying?
So what are the connecting link now, or reading in between the lines of your analysis?
Now, the governor believed that he was brutalized. And he said it. The governor said not believe. The governor said he was brutalized, he was manhandled, and then during the election period, thugs supported by the federal government were being allowed to snatch buses.
Is that fact coming from you or what you heard the governor saying?
It is from the reports of or the information from the side of the governor's people and his team.
Okay.
Right. But the federal government and the government on their own, I'm talking about Ekiti government, not federal government on their own. The government in their own is that some of this doesn't have fun at all. They are only to do the normal thing they are supposed to do, to carry out law and order and to make sure there is no breakdown in law and order and things went our way. And where I begin to get personal concern was when some of my friends on the platform who are in this of Ekiti and some of them who are contesting themselves were making a statement, and I asked them, and they posted the results that was set to be the final result of INEC. And I sat down, I said, I don't just post something. Took my calculator and begin to count. PDP this person. At the time, you said, for instance, 354,000 people were valid voters. But by the time you do a cumulative accumulation of all the whole parties that voted there, you are having 384. That's an excess of 30,000. What happened?
How correct is that figures that you've just rolled out?
If what other people have is the official INEC result that was posted by an INEC website is what is on the ground,
Don't you think such information can be doctored? Because that is what is making round on the social media, and that's why we're here to correct some of these anomalies or to inform Nigerians.
So I will come and doctor an information in INEC platform, on INEC website. How can I come and doctor an information on INEC website and people then downloaded it and screenshot it? That's not for me to do. That's what they also ask INEC. How come that the number of people who voted are more than the people who you call valid voters? One of my friends said that's for courts to go and judge, and that's what courts will decide on. I said fine, but let's begin to talk about fact on the ground. You said there are 354,000 plus valid voters, and then the number of people that voted along party lines were about 380 something thousand voters. Who do we hold responsible for that one? This is not information that is being doctored.
Okay, let me let you speak. Murphy, what's your analysis on the outcome of the selection?
Thank you very much. You see, it's unfortunate that our democracy is still in this dragging stage. I think people must understand, because like I told you, I just came back from Delta State, and I also made some other trips to some other states within. So many people didn't even know the contestants for PDP. So many people felt it was Fayose versus Fayemi. And this is where the whole thing began to go wrong. Even as at now, there are so many who just knew that Fayemi has won the election. They didn't know that Eleka lost the election. All they are telling is that Fayose lost. And if you must also check out the political incidents that took place prior to the election itself. There were issues within the PDP. Eleka wasn't the people's choice, but the governor used his influence and his might as the governor of the state, who is indirectly also leader of the party in the states, as politics is being managed here, to impose Eleka on the people. So that caused a division ab initio within the party. Being that as it may, if you put these two candidates in play here, a honest individual that has followed politics, Nigerian politics, will know that one candidate is more popular than one.
So who is that candidate?
Fayemi is more popular than Eleka.
I agree on that.
These are facts.
I will agree on that line.
Then the man whom probably they felt that should rescue Eleka, who was the incumbent governor, also missed it by imposing the wrong candidate on the people. Also missed it by fronting the whole thing.
But we cannot say that there was not also crisis in APC too before the election. APC also had their own crisis.
I think it's my
okay. He still has the floor.
Okay.
But quick one, Murphy. What do you make of some of the alleged discrepancies in the figure he was reading out earlier? What do you make of it?
You see, when you go on social media these days, there are informations upon informations out there being dished out by different people, sometimes politicians for their selfish reasons. So actually do not deal with such social media information. That is why if you give me a story, the first question I will ask is what is the source? What is the source? Is it a verifiable source? Should in case if it has to be taken to court, what is your source?
The source is INEC website.
There was an information yesterday that I can't even disclose on air, and I just told the
source of this general information.
But that's the issue, and let's move on. We live in an environment
because we've seen a scenario, sort of, where a particular station who reported the 2014 election, the result was sent out, and people were screen grabbing the results that is the result of the 2018 election. So how do we authenticate some facts that you see, or some stories that you see on the social media? Even if the BBC can come out, that we should be very careful with the issue of fake news.
The result from INEC is the authentic result, and the only authentic result. Until proven otherwise by a competent court of law.
This result was
by a competent court of law,
and they have to pull it down. when the disparities in the figure were being
and we
have to pull it down. But as at yesterday or the first day, it was still that Twitter this thing that they have not pulled it down. So I have not got that opportunity to go back to check. But this result that we are discussing with the disparities was on INEC website, and people were taking from INEC website.
And I think we must not forget the fact that the way these elections are being conducted these days, results are being recorded from polling units.
And that is where it's supposed to be.
And that was what happened.
And if it is being recorded, that if people begin to get results,
all parties have their agents at the polling units.
But PDP was
complaining
that their agents were being harassed and intimidated and driven away. They were not allowed to.
The same PDP even said that the collation of results from their agents shows that they won the election.
Yes.
So now, my concern when INEC raised that option, that now, or that initiative that, well, we'll be posting results at the polling unit, you have the right to do a snapshot and record and send.
Yes, and when people begin to...
My concern then was to forestall any form of irregularities in results announcements.
Yeah.
And this is what we're having as mixed feelings concerning this election now.
Yeah, because that is where it should have been, because by then we know that if we are taking from Ekiti, for instance, polling units, unit 1 or unit 2 or unit 3, and people snap the result and post, at least if you get 2 or 3 people from, the only thing we know who is from there and who is altering it, because if they are screenshotting it and then post it from that particular place, it will be, you can randomly take some of this thing together so that there will be transparency in it.
But personally to you, how will you judge this election?
Honestly speaking, you know, when you get to when the country we are, sometimes you don't know what you do again. But I won't say it's fair, I won't say it's bad, because I'm not signing any person. But from my heart of heart, I told people the election was not too palatable.
To you?
To me.
That's you. Okay.
Yeah.
Murphy, what's your assessment of this election with the outcome?
Like I've said earlier, if you keep these 2 candidates together, one is more popular, one is bound to win election ordinarily. But then I think we should be more worried about this idea of using 30,000 security men for just a state election.
Because we say we're going to talk
about what should worry us
because if you use that one in the state election, then during the general election, how many security people will you send across the whole country to safeguard the people?